It's gonna come a day where the floor is gonna eventually get done. Until then, looks like there's other things on our plate. See this? There is a water leak, and this thing is getting bad because Mike seems to notice, hey, there's a water leak, but I don't want to do anything about it type thing. So it ends up always, it's wet, it's staying wet. This is all wet. I mean, it's saturated to the point where I can tell you, I'd be surprised if we don't have to rip out the floor. So when I wait on him to do something, see, I said, oh, the other day, I'm like, hey man, there's a leak. You know, there's a leak. And boom, he doesn't really care because he turned the water right back on. I was thinking he might have done something about it, but that simply wasn't the case. So, you know, I really need to get in here and tear this stuff out because it's bad. You know, it's really bad, and it's going to eat up. You see, it's wet. So, I'm a girl who's never dealt with plumbing before. And I'm kind of tired of the same messes. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to air it out as fast as I can. Because down there, let's get this light on. Down here, we're going to get this carpet out. But the leak is coming, which I think, anyways, I'm going to have to remove this for a minute. I think the leak is coming from in here. Well, there's two possibilities from what I know of. We got a little bit more water coming in, so it's definitely got to be from in here somewhere. So, where is it coming from? That's the big question. So, like, that's already ate up. We've got all these connectors are dry to the touch. So, you know, I seem to think that it's coming from the outside only because this didn't start until we had to replace this here. And I don't know why he went ahead and stuffed it, but he did, and should have waited. And we could always stuff it from the other end. But the leak, we took this off already, so there's no water that's actually coming from here at this point. And how I know that is because the water pump still keeps kind of going off. So, you know, it's only happening so it's a very slow leak. It's happening about, you know, I don't have anything to time for hours, but it would appear that something's going on for hours. So, at this point, it's my thought to say that it's either, you know, it's that pipe there because of, you know, like I said, we ended up ultimately putting that thing on there, and then we turned around, and afterwards I noticed this leak, I don't know, a few days ago, and I had him look at it, and it was dripping from this area. Could it just be the downpour from there? You know? And to me it feels a little Yeah, like there could be water coming from right there. So, that's what I'm gonna tackle. That right there. And this isn't fun, by the way. So I'm taking out the carpet. As you can see, it's making the wood dry a whole lot faster. But I'm taking this carpet out. Number one, I am so scared I might bust another leak. Number two, I got neuropathy and my arms are weak. And number three, what the heck is the carpet doing under the seatbelt? I quite don't understand. It's like, and then why is the seatbelt bolt like 50,000 meters long? Okay, it was overkill, but. And why can't I make that thing go in the drill? Guys, I didn't used to be like a girl when I was younger. I was all tomboyish and everything, but man, that's so not fun. And look how disgusting that carpet is. Woo! That was Michael's job, but y'all seen, he didn't get it done, so yeah, I'm tackling it. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to get this, but I'll have to try. So, I didn't have to take that all the way up. It seems like I just had to loosen it some, because this little back end is like in the way. Oh, and this dirt is disgusting. So, this is such a tight spot. That is not a joke. And my bad. I have no editing software. So, it is what it is. We're going to get in here and see if I can even get this. I'm so worried about making this thing like leak somewhere, because you know that just wouldn't be good. But the floor is already dried, and if we just leave it, it's gonna be bad news for everybody. So, man, don't have neuropathy, because my arms are so small. Which makes doing this that much harder. Because back in the day, when I didn't have so many issues, it wasn't as bad. But, no, looks like I need to keep wrenching. So, is there a wrong way to turn this thing? Feels like it's taking forever. Neuropathy sucks, man. See, repetitive movements are not as easy. And I might suffer for this. 4 days. Man, the carpet gets disgusting. Of course, this was the old carpet. And I asked Mike to rip it out because my arms are so messed up. And, well, You see. The guy ripped out the rest. Asked him to get under here. Yeah, my arm hurts. Already. My fingers even hurt. That's what happens when you've got freaking nerve damage, spinal injury. Oh, and I think I'm getting a headache from it. That really sucks. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like, I can do a bunch of other stuff, but this repetitive stuff, it's giving me a freaking headache right now. Especially with my arms. No. Hopefully I get done soon. Is it coming loose? Is there some freaking special format for this crap? Man. Maybe I gotta find the cutter. I don't know where it's at. Let's see if I can find one. So I'm living up to my reputation of being a quitter in that retrospect. Right there, because, oh my gosh. Don't know why. That thing is a never-ending story, but it is, and I think I may have messed up. Oh, Lord, have mercy on me. I hope not. And then there's no X-Acto knife around here, because if there was an X-Acto knife, I might get something done. So, I guess we'll just sit that right there. I don't think he could see anything, but hey, more power to him. So, at this point, now, I'm just cutting out the carpet with a steak knife, or whatever kind of knife this is. Right? Provisions. Making provisions. What the heck? Where did my handy dandy? There it is. Okay. Well, this is the part that I'm not good at, because that's why I got having so much trouble, because man, that is saturated. But it's so wet I can't do it. I just can't sit here and let it be wet. The other day I caught it when it was slightly wet, and I said something to Mike, and he's like, okay, I'll see if I can do something. And then he went and turned the water back on. Said he couldn't find it, didn't try to do anything, and then turned the water back on. Well, Mike doesn't really like doing much of anything. He's figured he's put in his time, I guess. So, cut the carpet like a steak. You know, provisions. I'm gonna have to pick up on the other part later. We'll get it later. Yes, we just gotta get this. Oh my gosh. The water is so bad. Why does anyone put so many damn freaking staples in the carpet? It's like, man, especially when there's like a seat belt on it and everything else. It's like, guys, it's not going anywhere. Overkill can be freaking detrimental, especially in the future. You know, I never understood the overkill aspect of it. Of anything. Maybe we've gotten to the seat and the other seat belt. Don't think my knife's gonna really be cutting any more steaks soon. Oh man, gotta get this out. So, yay, I shall return. Look how wet that is. That's really wet. So, until I get this out, which it looks better, you know, already, but that's gotta come out or we ain't gonna have a floor. So that's what I'm doing. Man, had to stop and stir dinner.